Hello everybody, my name is KingStix and I have an interesting game for you today. This was technically a placement game. The account ended up getting placed in Plat 5. It had no prior ranked seasons on it, so I think that's pretty decent considering the circumstance. In this game, we are playing against two Smurfs, the Zillion and the Heckram, and you'll definitely notice that as the game plays out. I'm going to get a leash on my red buff, and then I want to go gank mid since Lou is my duo. I can depend on her to do what she needs to do, and I can get some pressure. Ori does have barrier, which is going to make this difficult, but I figure I could blow some of her summoners by coming in for the gank. She ends up walking into me, so I start auto attacking her. Lulu flashes. Apparently Polymorph has a fairly long travel time, and Oriana had time to react before the Polymorph actually hit her. If she was Polymorph, she wouldn't have been able to flash, and it would have most likely been a kill. I'm going to come back and get off some more pressure. I'm not quite sure where Heckram is right now. I figure he's working his way to his blue buff, but I wanted to push Ori out of lane. That way I can go pick on him without having to worry about her to come back him up. So I'm going to come over here, use my invisibility. I don't want to hit the plant because it's going to blow my invisibility. Darius comes in as well, and Heckram's not actually here. That makes me think that Heckram actually started top lane. Therefore, I'm going to take his Gromp, try to get some CS. I see he just went mid to gank the Lulu. I want to go back mid because Orion's low on health and she's going to try to recall. Luckily, she wasn't underneath her turret. I can just run up to her. She has no flash. There's no way for her to get away. It's a guaranteed kill. Now that Ori's dead, I want to stay and help Lulu push the wave. That way I can take his CS. And also Orion's going to miss out on our wave of minions since her turret's going to kill them. I was keeping close eyes on my minimap. I left a ward in that area, and I see that Heckram didn't actually go for his Gromp or go towards top lane. That makes me think that he's actually going for my blue buff right now, or he's at least in the area. Also, seeing the scuttle being taken makes me think he's over here as well, because if he killed it, odds are he's probably over here still. And sure enough, he's on my blue buff. I can tell because the golden indicator on the minimap's still up, even though he dragged it into the bush. Unfortunately, his E was not on cooldown, and he does finish me off. We do get a kill on the Zillion, but me and Lulu do go down. Better rotation by the enemy bot lane. I do still get my blue buff, which is nice, but that was very unfortunate. If Heckram's E wasn't up, or if he was lower on health, I definitely would have survived there. It was a bit of a luck of the draw since we didn't have vision in the bush and my ward wasn't up. I come back to gank mid because Oriana's flash is down. I try to get as far as behind her as I can, but then she sees me, so that's why I start attacking her. I dive her under the turret to get off a few more auto attacks. Heckram gets lucky and guesses right and finds me while I'm invisible. He was moving so quick with his Ghost and Predator. I didn't really have a chance to get away from him. Once again, just kind of lucky on his part. He's playing a very aggressive, low percent game. He will continue to play that way throughout this match, and you'll definitely start to see that, especially later on, that working against him because you can't be lucky nonstop. The reason I came over here to his Raptors is because over at my Raptors, he took them, and then I saw him lay a ward, so I didn't want to stay in that area, plus I wanted to get some vengeance. I come back for the gank on Oriana. Her flash just came up. I still get off a decent gank, blow her flash, and get her low. Heckram was in the area. He warded near my red buff, so I want to make sure I go get it. So I tell my duo that, hey, there's a good chance Heckram's on my red buff right now, but I want to wait for my Q to be up before we go to get him. And now we're going to run over here, and sure enough, we are going to find the dingleberry in the bush, and Lulu stops following because when she wards over the wall, she thinks it's already gone, and my duo should have looked on the minimap to see that the golden indicator above the camp was still there. Kind of my duo's fault. I still probably would have died anyways, but I did flash the Heckram ult, which was really well played on my part. If you go back and watch that, right as he's about to ult, I flashed the wall, and then he misses me, but he was so far ahead, and since he got my red buff, I was at a really big disadvantage there. Coming back from base, Heckram has two options. One, go to his blue buff and take it, or two, go to his red buff and take it. So me and Lulu go straight to his red buff. Even if he comes, we should be able to beat him 2v1. This also happens to be really good timing on our part because enemy bot lane's playing really aggressive. We're already behind them. I'm going to wait for my invisibility. Now me and Lulu are going to go in. I'm simply going to come up behind them, just start autoing case. I knew Zillion was going to be recalling the bush, so I W'd, auto him, and E. Really quick, cheeky double kill, and now we can shove in wave since there's nobody to stop us. This is a massive gold swing that we desperately need. Our teammates aren't doing very well. In general, they're getting dominated, so by us picking up these kills and getting this gold is a huge deal. In a moment, you're going to see Heckram come in. He's being greedy once again. He doesn't know if Lulu's ult is up. He's just assuming it's down. He goes in, Lulu ults, and now he's going to die. Really poor decision on his part. He's playing a very aggressive game, and if you're not lucky, if you play like that, you will lose because you might get one or two easy kills, but then at the end of the day, you keep playing like that, you're going to make more and more mistakes in that game. It also goes to show that Heckram and his duo have really poor communication. The Heckram and Zillion are a duo. Zillion should have told him that, hey, Twitch didn't ult, Neither did Lulu. You should be careful or not go in for this. Hecarim went in anyways, even though him and his duo didn't see that we used our ultimates, me or Lulu. Here, Orianna is going bot lane, but the enemy bot lane once again is killing ours, so I cut her off and get my Lulu to come in on her. I didn't realize that Orianna had a stopwatch. She uses that. Hecarim had ultimate, even though they just killed our Sivir. We just got ulted by the Hecarim. Very unfortunate. If he didn't have ulti there, me and Lulu definitely would have gotten away. Kai'Sa also had her ultimate. If Kai'Sa or Hecarim's ult was down, me and Lulu probably would have gotten away, but having her on top of us made it that much more difficult. I'm not really going to hold that against our bot lane or our Sivir. We are smurfing, and whenever you're smurfing, you can't just be mad at your teammates for not being good, because by the nature of smurfing, you are going to be better than your teammates. The one thing I'm not okay with, you're going to see in this game, the Sivir is going to absolutely refuse to group many times, and it just really pisses me off because she just expects to be carried and refuses to actually help the team. Darius and Nami were really trying their hardest. Meanwhile, Sivir, as you're going to see throughout this game, is just kind of dicking around and not even caring. That's completely different than not being very good or making mistakes. That's just intentionally choosing. After respawning, I come back mid and we kill the Orianna. I knew it would have been an easy kill because I had my ultimate. Also, Orianna didn't have her stopwatch anymore, so there would really be no way for her to survive at this point since I am really fed. Right now, I'm waiting on Lulu to get back to lane, so I'm going to get my Raptors in red buff, preparing to kill the Orianna. On my way to get Orianna, I see Riven out of the corner of my eye on my left, so I'm trying to position on the right side of the Orianna with my red buff. I open up with an auto attack W ultimate. I'm doing my best to kite backwards so Riven can't get on top of me. I get off loads of damage, finish off the Riven, get the Q reset, and now I'm going to chase down the Orianna. It doesn't matter if there's a pink ward here. My flash is up. Plus, I have the Lulu speed up and my Q speed up that I'm chasing her down with. I'm going to flash the wall with her, pick off the kill. I see Hecarim is dabbling near the bot lane right now with his bot laners. So I'm going to take his blue buff, Gromp, Wolves, clear out this whole side of his jungle and have Lulu start on the Herald, hitting it in the back to get it low from my arrival. Hecarim just lost a lot of gold. I just got a lot of gold. I got 2 kills, 3 of his camps, and Rift Herald. I see Orianna is crossing over or going for the top lane farm, so I follow in, open up on her with my ultimate, and sure enough, she's going for the top lane farm because she's really far behind and very greedy. Now that Orianna's dead, I'm looking for another pick. Maybe if someone else is by themselves, no one else is here. So I just kind of want to shove in the lane and then leave, because there's really no point for us to stay here without my ultimate. Long term, it's not viable. So I laid the Herald, we got the turret, and now we're gonna get out. I didn't want to hold on to the Herald because a lot of times if you hold on to the Herald when you are losing, you'll end up dying with it and then you never get to use it. Lulu's ultimate is about to be up and Nami's here with me, so I'm gonna go in without my ultimate being up, auto attack W, red smite, and with my 2 supports peeling for me, the enemies can't really kill me at all. I didn't need to use my ultimate there. Hecarim goes in now. I ulti because I panic a little bit. I thought he was going to go in a little bit deeper than that, but he doesn't. Now I have to back off because the zillion bombs are chunking me so hard. I did still get 2 kills, and now I can heal off my Raptors and go back in for a fight or stop them on Dragon. Here, I thought they were actually going to be doing it, but they just waited in a bush. I don't know how they knew I was coming for. I was so low on health. They should have thought that I left, but I used my invisibility to get back over there, and it was just me and Lulu just ending up being out of position, unfortunately. Even though the enemies got 2 Infernal Drakes, we have more turrets than they have. Plus, we took first turret since I can't mid so hard. It let me and Lulu take down their mid turret before they could even get our bot lane turret, which is why I have so many items and I'm so strong in these fights. We catch Kai'Sa out of position. I red smite her. I open up with my ulti. I didn't want to have to use my ulti, but she sped away from me and left me no choice here. Orianna's out of position. I'm going to run up, auto her. She's really far behind, so I know she can't one-shot me. It was actually closer than I thought it would be. I go invisible. I acted like I was going to walk right. Then I walk north. I juke the Hecarim. He's playing very greedy once again, and I kill the Orianna. The biggest issue that the enemy team is running into right now is they're not doing a true group. Also, whenever they group, they're not doing it the right way. Since they were ahead, they should have grouped on Herald and forced down one of our inhibitors. Here, I thought I could have killed Zillion before he double bombed me. He got off his double bomb and his ultimate on himself, so that actually went really poorly. I would have needed to get a little bit lucky there. I'm feeling a little bit pressured by my teammates right now, and I'm making irrational plays. I thought maybe if I got 2 or 3 crits in a row on Zillion, I could have killed him before he could react, but that's obviously not what happened. On the minimap, I saw Zillion and Orianna go into this area. I come over here, sure enough, they're still here. I use my ultimate and my 2 supports got my back. We tear them up. Now I just want to back off and get some HP. I'm going to go to my jungle camp and try to farm it out. My jungle item gives me a bunch of life still. Now I'm back to full HP. I'm ready to fight. Hecarim's chasing the Nami. I can't really go in though because Riven was backing him up. Didn't have Lulu there with me at the time. I know this area is warded, so I'm going to go invisible to bypass their ward. I saw Hecarim going towards his wolves and Gromp. As I go over to his wolves, he finds me. He ults me. I was actually had him here. I was going to kill him, but Orianna helps him out. Really greedy play on my part. I wanted to get a pick and then follow that into another pick and then take Baron, but I just ended up dying and kind of throwing the game a little bit here. The enemy team groups up bot. Luckily, my ultimate is up. I use my ultimate, blow the Zillion ult, turn onto the Riven, kill her. Make sure whenever you're in these situations upon kill or assist that you immediately press Q. It saves me from the Hecarim. Go invisible before Hecarim can get me. Kai'Sa is stepping up pretty far, but I don't really want to go in on her because my ultimate's down. Also, if we die here, they could easily take our inhibitor, so there's really no need to force it. Now Lulu's ultimate is up. The enemies are kind of out of position. I go in on them. Great ultimate by the Lulu, knocking the Zillion up so he couldn't double bomb. After getting the kill on Zillion, I want to keep going. I end up walking around just because of pathing, but I'm moving pretty quick already since I am invisible. Orion's low. I want to get in the bush as fast as possible to kill her. I do kill her, and then I move closer to the wall for the Nami heal, and then Lulu follows up as well. Hecarim can't take me down when I got my two supports pilling for me. I see Kai'Sa coming into the bush over here. I figured we could kill her. As I'm auto attacking her, I die before I can finish her because she gets 2 crits off in a row with 50% crit chance. Pay attention to the minimap. You'll see Riven top shoving in our Sivir. Now Riven goes invisible near the golems area, so I know she's going to be near my red buff, most likely taking it. I'm going to go invisible, have my supports follow me. I see red buff's gone, so I know she's here in the bush. Sure enough, she's in here in the bush. My supports came with me because I pinged it. I knew she was going to be here. We get the kill on Riven, we blow her flash, and I still have my ultimate. Lulu's ultimate is on a pretty short cooldown, so that doesn't matter too much. Right now, I'm looking for a pick to use with my ultimate and red buff since I just killed Riven and got it. Ori's out of position here. Zillion ults her. I start shooting the Kai'Sa. She ults to me. Then I finish off the Zillion. My two supports are going to finish off the job, mobbing the Orianna, CCing her to death and killing her with their low damage. I'm nearly full build at 25 minutes into the game. This is going really well for us. Even though Sivir still isn't grouping and she's just getting picked off, it doesn't matter too much. As long as my two supports pill for me, then we'll be fine. I do enough damage, I have enough AoE that the enemies can't beat us unless I make a really bad mistake. Neither teams are trying to fire now, so I'm just trying to absorb some resources before the fight begins, trying to get my level count up. We all start moving towards the mid lane. Darius and Sivir start to come, but Sivir just decides, hey, I should go bot lane instead. Why I go in for a pick. Darius and me get our hands on the Kai'Sa, blow her apart. We do have to use our flashes, which ends up getting me caught here a little bit by the Hecarim. I stay alive long enough to do loads of damages. Sivir was here. That would have probably been a clean ace, or maybe only I would have died. But instead, she farmed bot. Now her and Lulu are alive. 4v5, we did win that team fight because Lulu survived and we killed 4 of them. So technically, they only had 1 person alive and we had 2. Therefore, we did win the fight. We got more gold out of it as well. I have 100% crit now. I got my Essence Reaver 100% crit and nearly 300 AD. I'm going to come up behind the Kai'Sa and the Riven, blow them up, shoot them down in a line. They line themselves up, which is great for me because it lets me hit them with my ultimate easily. I ward over the wall and see the Hecarim. My supports don't follow me in. I get cut off. Zillion lands double bomb, which fucks me really hard here. I turn on the Zillion, kill him as his bomb kills me. We do win that fight 3 for 2. Once again, Sivir wasn't even there. She's just mindlessly split pushing bot lane. But we do win the fight, which is great. We're going to get some damage on their turret. Now, I do want to sell my boots to get a Bloodthirster or maybe some armor penetration, but I don't have enough gold yet. I just picked up red buff and I'm looking for a pick. Right now, I'm waiting for my invisibility to come back up. Sivir decides to go back when she's full HP. I go on the Zillion with my ultimate, take him down. Now I'm going to have to run for my life. I really don't want them to get this third Infernal Drake. I'm going to do my best to try to kite backwards. Orianna gets off a great ult though. We do take down the Hecarim. If Sivir was here, I think we definitely could have won that with her ultimate, or with her just being there to auto attack in general, but she's not really too concerned about the team or anyone else other than herself. She just wants to split push and back whenever there's objectives to take, like an Infernal Drake. Now the enemy team has 3 Infernals, so if we are going to win a fight, I'm going to have to get really good positioning and shoot the right targets. I'm looking for a pick, but I see the Hecarim Predator coming in, so I want to back up because that's a really dangerous tool. He can just ult in or nearly one-shot me. He foolishly goes onto the Nami, which gives me free reign to blast them apart. Riven flashes in desperately. We kill her. Kai'Sa does her best to try to help. She flashes in as well. Once again, I'm in a safe spot. The enemies don't have the Hecarim ult. There's no way for them to get to me. Now I'm going to do my best to try to chase them down. Zillion's rage typing. I'm going to shoot him down. Now I have more speed ups. I'm going invisible again off of the reset. I'm going to chase the Orianna down. I'm hella fed, do insane damage. Killer in 3 autos and an E. Hecarim tries to kill me. Very foolish once again, Hecarim. My 2 supports pill for me and we take him down, and that is the game. Moral of the story is, if Twitch gets fed and if people actually pill for him, it's very difficult to beat him. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.